Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Got some sad duties to do out here today, apart from the tedium of watering, which on a miserable, drizzly day, I don't know, it just seems to take the enjoyment out of it. I love being out here in the sunshine. I could spend all day, but on days like this, coming out here is almost a chore. Anyway, those Cattleya buds are really swelling up now. They're going to be out soon, and tucked away underneath is the massive buds on the young min, and they're pushing well clear of their sheaths now, so that one's coming on. What else have we got? This nobly up the back here is putting on a good show, as it always does. The moniliform is lasting reasonably well. There's some more buds to come somewhere. Where are they? Oh, they're up the back here. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew there was more to come. Let's bring that out in the light. This little Cattleya here, 2 blooms have gone. This will be the last one. A few more days to go with that one, and that will be over. Seems to be more going over than opening up at the moment. That's the life of the orchid place, you know, that's just how it goes. The citrata, as you can see, every time I touch it, more blooms fall off. That's now got 2 spikes with virtually no blooms left, so I can get that out and mount it. I may do that later today. See how I feel. Not in much of an orchid mood today, I must admit. That Vanda, that's been out since about the middle of December. That one came out, I think, so I've had 6 or 7 weeks out of that. The orange one now has nothing on it. That opened in the middle of November, and I've just taken the spike off, so you know, good value for money, as they say. The yellow twinkle that I bought recently has still got plenty of blooms on. Fewer dropping here and there, but there's still plenty there, and some of the buds are only just opening, so that, you know, that's, see this little tiny spike down here, it's got 2 buds yet to open, so that's going to last a while. The Twinkle Silliman over here, that only had 1 small spike on this one this time, and they're not long for this world. I don't think they're going soon. The Echinacea called dizzier, it's lasted well. You know, I mean, I got this back in November, and it was just opening then, I believe, or very close to opening if it wasn't open. Tucked up the back there is another plant being silly. That's Kikis. I don't know whether I can get in there, but yeah, it's just a few Kikis that I stuck in a pot, and they're blooming. So that can go to be sold. I've got another Orchid Society meeting in 2 weeks' time, or less than 2 weeks' time now. My second Orchid Society, the one I don't go to every time because it's a bit of a way to travel, but I'm enjoying it more recently than I have in the past, so I'll probably start going to each one now. And good friendly bunch, you know, as I say, it's just a bit of a trek, that's all. It's about 35 miles to get there and then back again. But it's dual carriageways and motorways, so it don't take long. But yeah, that one will be in bloom for that next meeting, so I'll get a reasonable price for that, even though it's only 3 Kikis stuck in a pot. At least they've got blooms on. Everything sells better. Harveyanum lost its 2 big spikes, so it's got a smaller spike open and another one to come. And I did see some signs of some more spikes just starting. Can't see them now. But this is a sad duty. Laelia anceps has finished. Now I got 5 weeks out of that. First blooming. So yeah, the sad duty. Tools of sad duties. It's got to come off. And there's no doubt about it. Left-handed cut, not ideal. But if we take the spike off and then take the scaffolding off, it'll come off and fall on the floor probably, because I've only got one hand. There we go. It's nicely hung up. So a sad duty to cut that off. Quite honestly, for me, that's been the light in here. Every time I walk in, I've had those blooms to greet me. sad looking blooms now, but it's done well. You know, these duties have to be done. As I say, that citrata's got to have its spikes cut off today. This one's lasting well, and another one's just opened up the back there, and there's plenty more to come on this one. Another one here, probably about 3 or 4 days from opening, and there's plenty more spikes on that. If 2 or 3 or even 4 could be out together, oh, actually these are coming on well up here too. You see this one, and this one are all at a similar stage, along with this one. And given how long the first one lasted and that one's just opened, I think I should have 4 or 5 out together on that. In which case I might take it into one of the orchid societies and show it off. Yeah, because that will transport okay. It's a nice basket, it's got a flat bottom, it will sit on a car seat. The Zygo, the blooms are lasting well, because some of those blooms were definitely old when I got it. They'd been open a while, but they're still there. Nothing's dropped off of that yet, so they're lasting well. Another nobly tucked up the back there, starting to open, and right up in the corner there, plenty more buds to come on noblies. That's about it really. As I say, sad duties when you have to cut off a well-loved spike. Oh well, the forgotten few. I thought that bloom was going to go over. For some reason it's hanging on there. Do you know what I think's done that? I think it's bringing it back out here and bringing it out of the lounge. The previous bud didn't last as well as it should have done. There's a Restrepia just opened there. There's several to come on that one, and well, this one's virtually always in bloom. There's 2 there, another one just coming, another few up the back there, but that one just stays in bloom. Pretty little thing. Another one there. Lovely colours, not big plant, not big blooms, but pretty colours. And just looking at my records, most of my Paphiopedilums are coming round to a repot. And when I do that, I will be making very rash decisions, because any paths that come out of the pot that haven't got good root systems are just going to go. They don't justify the space, quite honestly. They take so long to actually come round to blooming. I don't seem to grow them that well, and quite honestly, I don't like them enough to put a huge amount of effort into them. There's some plants I would nurture. I'd even take them to bed if I thought they'd grow better, because I just like them so much. And others, well, just not so much. You know, everybody has their favourites, and paths are not mine, quite honestly. What I'm going to try and do is get hold of a Floriferous, that came out right, doesn't usually, multifloral couple, because they earn their keep better. Although, you know, some of them have got multiple blooms out at the same time, well, that's earning your keep. And some of them are like sequential, so as one fades, another one comes, a bit like the Psychopsis. So I'm going to change some of my paths. A lot of the ones I've got, I've had quite a while, and they're not growing very well, and quite honestly, I can't be bothered to even find out why. If they don't like it in here, well, tough. Very hard line lately. Well, there's a little bit of brightness as I was going round. We've got another Tolumnia spike. Yay! I mean, that is one of the better plants. It's not a bad one. Have we got a picture? Yep. Sunset Pink, that one's going to be called. And if it looks like that, that's going to be quite something. Right, so you got to move now. You go up with the brighter set, those that have decided to have some spikes, and we put you all together so you can congratulate yourselves. And all the others that haven't got spikes can sit over in the corner. Only joking. But yeah, I do. All the Tolumnias, as they come into spike, they get put in a different place, mainly so I can keep my eye on them. But yeah, so you're on the move. Nice one. That was not there last time I watered that, so that's 3 days growth. It's not bad, is it? See, this little Orangus keeps a well-guarded secret. I mean, that's the view I get of the plant. But look what's going on underneath. That spike is developing quite nicely now. I mean, this hasn't bloomed for me before. I don't know how big that spike excuse me, is going to get. But I mean, I can see the buds on it now, you know. But apart from when I pick it up to water it, which I'm getting to the stage now where some of my dailies are going to have to start getting back to daily, especially if we do get a sunny day. If and when we get a sunny day. But yeah, with the extra heat that can provide, and the day length's getting longer, you know, I see signs of growth. Certainly that's a nice sign. I'm looking forward to that. As I say, it hasn't bloomed for me before. I know what the blooms are going to look like, but yeah, interesting little plant. Emphasis on the little, but it's doing okay, you know. Likes its little tiny mount. And I quite like the miniatures, especially if their bloom size relative to the plant size looks huge, if you know what I mean. Yeah, coming on nicely, that little one. And this is what I mean by signs of growth. Signs that the plants think things are changing. I mean, that's got a new little growth coming out the side. These do grow extra plants. They're not kikis in the strictest sense of the term. They are plantlets that grow into mature plants alongside the ones that they're shooting out from. That's how they grow. But yeah, I mean, both of those plants have got a new leaf coming and a new little plantlet starting at the bottom. These are the changes that I need to watch for. You know, that is now pushing inactive growth. It needs watering more often, and it's going to get some feed. Yeah, things are changing. Another little plantlet there, actually. But that one's been there a while and didn't develop as fully as some of the others. It might be because it's living in the shade of one of the others. But yeah, so I mean, you know, I don't remember seeing those signs before. Now, last time I watered my dailies, I hurried, so I could have missed them. But nonetheless, those new growths weren't there the last time I looked at this properly, which would be 5 days ago. So in that short space of time, things are going on. So I've got to keep my eye out, you know. Watering will have to be increased, frequency, and some feed levels. Weak feeds at first. Get them a chance to acclimatise to the fact that they're not getting pure water anymore. And not allow the salts to build up. Make sure they get flushed in between. But yeah, things are on the move. This is good. Now, where's the sun? That'll speed things up. Yeah, so that's about it. I may do a... If I'm going to mount that citrata, which I am... I might video that, but I mean, quite honestly, mounting an orchid is mounting an orchid is mounting an orchid. And I've done quite a few mounting vids. They're all the same, so, you know, they're much of a muchness, I think is the expression. So, right, I shall crack on. It's what I call my dailies, which haven't been done for 2 days now, so I'm into my 3rd day. So things will be gasping for water. Yeah, they'll be saying... Am I getting starved here or what? So I'll have to crack on. Thanks for dropping by then. This is just a quick look round really, that's all. You know, on a dull day like this, nothing looks bright and cheery. You know, that's trying its best, at least it's yellow. And again here, trying its best, but without the light, everything just looks dull and dreary. The whole world looks dull and dreary out the windows, you know. Definitely a day to stay in. Anyway, I must crack on with my watering, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by.